We got a nice little video for you here. We got a traffic stop here. It's a Michigan cop, and it's titled "Michigan Cop Shatters Car Window After Driver Refuses to Give ID." Let's see what we got. Okay. Come on. I can hear it in his voice. Come on. Pause. I already don't like this spot. I don't like it. I'll tell you why. That fence right there on the right side, see, if y'all know me, passenger side approach. I like a passenger side approach. Hate doing driver side approach. Already not off to, I just don't like it. I don't like it. All right, keep going. See what he got.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, man?
You have your driver's license vehicle information on you?
What's going on?
You got it? What was that? How you doing, sir? You got it? Okay, let's move on. All right.
I'll be happy to tell you once I see what I'm talking to. All right?
I don't know about this one.
I need you to let me know, like, what's going on, like, what happened.
I'd be, like I said, I'd be happy to tell you once I see information.
I'm not giving you my information until you tell me what you pulled me over for.
All right, sir. Failure to give me my information is an arrestable offense.
Pause. Already, right here. I can tell you already it's gonna be step out of the car. Already. I can feel it. And this right here just screams something else is going on here. Or the guy just genuinely is just like, I just don't want to give you my information. Okay, it's fine. But I can already tell, and it's coming up. I haven't seen this clip yet, but I can already tell you this is going to be a step out of the car. He might get some leniency here, but if it's me, I don't let this go because I've seen it before. I don't let this go too much further before I start pulling out. Okay, just go ahead and step out of the car. Okay. All right, let's see.
All right, sir. Failure to give me my information is an arrestable offense. Okay. So you can either do this the easy way or do it the hard way. All right.
I need to know what you're pulling me over for.
I'm going to tell you once I see information. All right.
I got information.
Okay, pause real quick. So a way that I kind of alleviate this, if I feel like, obviously if it's not a high profile stop, it's not a felony stop or anything like that, then I am telling you, it's kind of like my dialogue in the very get-go. Who I am, why I stopped you, license, registration, proof of insurance, please. That is right off the bat, okay? They don't have to sit there and ask why. I've already told you why. Now, let's move on with the stop, okay? I really hope he doesn't get into a big arguing match back and forth, because it's just not how you need to handle this. Just don't get into a big argument back and forth. All right, let's go. Let's see what he's got.
Give me my information until you tell me what you put.
All right, here's the deal. You either give me your ID or you go to jail.
Okay.
How about that?
Put this on camera, man, because we're not dealing with this. Give me your ID.
Listen to her.
I need to know.
Listen to her.
Putting me over.
She's got some sense.
Still 5 radio. I'll be on staff, interested in the parts. Please send me another car. And uncooperative accident.
Pause. Why? Let's talk in hypotheticals here. Let's talk hypotheticals. Let's say that prior to him even approaching the vehicle, that dude gets out and already starts racking rounds off at you. Or let's say you get up to it and now, before you even just put out that radio traffic, the worst case happens. Like the worst case scenario happens and now it just hit the fan and now you're fighting for your life. Let's just throw that out there in the ether. Just let's pick your brain a little bit. Just think. So we throw that out there. Why are you just now giving out the stop location? And I mean, I don't see why he would say it again. I'm assuming he didn't before because the dash cam rewound, 30 seconds prior. Because before you heard the audio, most of them do that. Okay, so why are you just now giving your stop location and what you got going on? I mean, typically a practice would be to give out your stop location, make, model, description of the vehicle if you can, and a registration number. Just, hey, here's where I'm at, here's what I'm doing, and here's what I'm with. And then go from there. That way, they hear your unit number come out and say, you need assistance or you need help now, dispatch already got you. They're sending people to you. You don't have to sit there and give a who, what, when, where, and why, and where am I at, and what's going on. All right, let's go. Let's see what else is going on.
Last chance.
Listen to her. Listen to your girl. Listen to your girl.
Is my tags expired? Is my lights off?
I'd be happy to tell you, sir. Silver Q4.
Oh, what are you doing? Okay. I'm just a tiny bit upset. Just a smidge. Over, and I get, okay, I'll even give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he's worked this area a lot before, but I'm gonna assume that he has not worked with this guy before because people that are regulars tend to, that either he's already talked to you in a way that, he has seen you more than just now or not. So I'm not assuming that he's just comfortable with this guy because he already knows him and has dealt with him before, but you already have a guy that's clearly giving you signs of just, he does not want to deal with you. And I get it, the majority of the public doesn't. I don't even want to deal with the police, and I am a cop. And I even feel like I'm about to get pulled over sometimes in my own cruiser if I see another unit behind me and I forget that I'm also in one. It's just a natural thing to just not want to get in trouble. I get that, but this guy has already given you so many issues that tell you that there is a good chance that something more is going on. You don't know what it is yet, but it's looking like a duck and it's quacking like a duck. You just don't know what kind of duck it is. So why are we gonna turn our back to him? He already knows where you're at. He knows you've already given him an ultimatum that if you don't do this, this is going to happen to you. And that happening to you is going to be you're going to jail. Why are you going to turn your back to him just to go back and read off the registration that you should have read off a little bit ago? All right, let's continue.
Forte, plate of David Charles Edwards, 0130 DCE 0130, 3 times.
You supposed to tell me what's going on, man.
Are you a lawyer, sir?
Hey, I'm representing myself right now.
Okay.
Because to be honest with you, I have a right to remain silent, right? So
Then remain silent. Okay.
No, you can't, sir.
I don't answer any questions.
Okay. Well, it's going to turn out very poorly for you.
It's fine, but you're not telling me what's going on, and that ain't right.
I'm going to tell you what the deal is. You're probably suspended, so you don't want to give me your license.
Pause. So at least he's got that little, that little gut feeling that there's something more. Hey, there's a reason this dude is acting like this. So, hey, you're probably suspended. That's why you're giving me so many issues. Okay. What if it's something more? What if it is something more? Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do from right now, from here on out. Hear me out. Here's what you need to do, okay? Sir, go ahead and step out of the vehicle. Okay, go and step out of the car. I'm gonna detain you until further, or maybe just go ahead and arrest him for obstruction because you've already given him numerous commands to give your identification, okay? I don't even know what his PC for the stop is. I'm assuming he has PC for the stop itself, okay? So, and even if he has articulable reasonable suspicion for the stop itself, at the very least, he suspects him to be potentially committing a crime. Enough so to have that reasonable suspicion for the stop, requiring, hey, I need to see your identification because you may be committing a crime. I have very good reason to believe that you could be potentially committing a crime. I just haven't developed that PC yet. Okay, a little fine line there. But here's what you need to do. Here's the answers. Go ahead and tell him to get out of the car, okay, and secure him. If he tells you he's not getting out of the car, okay, so you can even throw this out there. Even if he says, I don't have to get out of the car, yes, you do. Pennsylvania versus Mims. Go ahead and step out of the vehicle. You can look that up, okay? Pennsylvania versus Mims. Go ahead and step out of the vehicle, okay? You can explain that to him very briefly, but I wouldn't give him too much more than that because you have already just sat here and had a bickering match back and forth, a very poor one, I might add. Hey man, go ahead and step out of the car. He doesn't step out of the car, okay. Where are my other units at? This dude's coming out of the car, okay? I don't know if I'd show your cards just yet, but if it's just me and him, but I think because there's other people in the vehicle, I want to get more eyes on him, okay? You've got time, all right? Because, I mean, obviously if he takes off, and then you're in a pursuit. But here's the thing. He's not going anywhere yet. He just wants to sit there and be combative and argue and just argumentative with you. Okay. If he doesn't get out of the car, get your other units there, and you get him out of the car, okay? Now you've already got failure to identify yourself, okay? So then you got obstruction, okay? So arrest him on obstruction, okay? He just made a mountain out of a molehill, okay? That's his own doing. But for your benefit and your safety of sitting there just getting in a bickerment back and forth with somebody, you might as well be arguing with the wall. Just tell him, hey, sir, go ahead and step out of the car for me, and at least see if he's cooperative enough to detain him back at your cruiser until you can figure out further, okay? And explain to him, here's what you got. You either identify yourself now, or we're going back to the office and we're gonna figure out who you are, okay? Or, you know, there's options. Anything other than just going back and forth with this, okay? Even if he tells you, I don't want to, I'm not gonna talk, okay? He still has to identify himself, okay? He doesn't have to admit anything, he doesn't have to answer questions, okay? He just has to identify himself. That's it. That's all he has to do, okay? So, and there's other little things that you can see here, okay? And we'll see how this goes, and I'll give an example of things that I've done before with people that didn't necessarily either lie about their name or they didn't want to identify themselves, okay? And I used other means to figure that out, okay? Let's just see what he does.
And gang, right? Because I just renewed my tags in October 2015.
Okay.
So my tags is good.
This is the...
So, am I free to go?
No, you were not.
Yeah, free to go?
This
is an investigatory stop, all right?
It's an investigatory stop. Okay, so he's stopping him based on reasonable suspicion. I'm assuming, pause, I'm going to assume this guy's been watching a dope house. He's been watching traffic go in and out of a certain area based off of drug activity, and this was his reason for the stop. I'm going to assume he didn't have a PC for the stop. Try to, dear Lord, get one if you can. Just make it concrete. Man, but if you're going to stop based on reasonable suspicion alone, oh, it better be good. Like, it needs to be rock solid, and you need to be able to articulate that to the tiniest of details on why. Okay, it's got to be understandable.
All right.
Here's your other unit.
It's gonna end poorly for you now. How about that?
I'm just saying, you gotta let me know what's going on.
All right, here's the deal.
For all I know, you could be trying to kill me right
Oh,
now.
jeez.
You're absolutely ridiculous, all right?
I don't care.
All right, step out of the car.
It's been
You gonna step out of the car? There it is.
Until you tell me what's going on.
All right, open the door.
Hey, it's on camera. This is on
Okay.
camera. You gotta let me know what's going on, man. You're not going to.
You're going to jail is what's going on.
For what? You ain't. What charges? On what charges?
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Oh my gosh. He just went from 0 to 100 real quick. Oh, wow. Okay. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let's just, something tells me this is about to be hard to watch, but let's let him cook.
Get out of the car, man. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Let me get out of the car. Okay, get out.
Get out of the car!
You ain't getting out of the fucking car. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. Get on the ground. Put your hand behind your back. I got a car. You need two. Your hands, man. Put your hand behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back. We got two.
Yeah.
Pause. Okay. So clearly it's never going to look textbook. I'm not going to ding them too much on the extraction itself. We just took so long to get there. So long to get there. It's so much time of someone that clearly is going to be combative with you from the get-go. And I'm not gonna lie, this guy's verbal judo is not the greatest. It's not top tier. Okay. And verbal judo being the way that you can talk your way through a situation, talk your way out of a situation. That's just, I don't know. There was a lot of banter going back and forth in the beginning. And now I can see why he didn't want to tell him the reason for the stop and be like, this is an investigative stop. So that's hard to explain to people, especially when the reason you're investigating is because obviously you believe them to be in the commission of a crime or have committed one, or you've got reasonable suspicion that they could be committing a crime. Very, very good articulable reasonable suspicion. You have to be able to articulate it. So it's just so long to get to where we were at, to just that outcome right there. I mean, this isn't very long. We're 5 minutes and 4 seconds into it, but it feels like forever. Okay, and a lot can happen in just a minute. In just a few seconds, a lot can happen. Just set yourself up to win. You know what I mean? Just set yourself up for success, and then see you kind of have to just forecast what is about to happen. Okay, and go ahead and if it de-escalates before it ever gets to this, perfect. That's exactly. No one wants to have to get into a use of force. I don't ever want to get to this point right here. I would much rather it just be, I can use my verbal judo to talk somebody into, look, man, come back here. I'm not too worked up about it, but here's what's going on. And let's talk about it, okay? You've got to be able to talk your way through something like this. And there's a lot of people you're just not going to talk your way through it, and I get that. But if you find those people, you got to get to here sooner. You have to. Let's see how this ends.
Get out of the car. Your hands, man. Get out of the car now.
Listen to that. We're, like a minute into it? A minute into the actual use of force and gassed. Like, just, you can hear how gassed he is. Okay, he's cuffed. Roll him. He's gassed too. Roll him.
Hey, watch that. There's a knife
Roll
right
him.
here.
Pause. Very good point. Very good point. We got 4 officers on one dude right here, right? And believe, it seems like an eternity and it seems like a lot, okay? Believe me though, there are some and that's a pretty big dude. There are some tiny people though that can give 3 or 4 officers a heck of a time, and it sucks. And it's not necessarily that you're just, you're gonna lose, but it's just the fact that it's just using the appropriate and just enough force that you have to be able to get them subdued, okay? That's the tough part, okay? Because yes, I'm 6'1", like roughly 210 pounds, and if I'm fighting a 5'7", 150-pound guy, if I just want to beat the brakes off of him, there's a good chance that I will. I outweigh him in size and everything, but if it's just a simple grappling match, I mean, yes, that's where good defensive tactics and some jiu-jitsu stuff comes in and helps you out. But if someone doesn't want to give you their hands, they can make it very difficult. Very, very, especially when you're trying to pull them from a car, okay? And they have leverage and they've got things that they can grab onto, all right? And it's just, man, you dance a fine line that you have to be careful of. And I get, and that's what makes it so tough. But it wasn't absolutely terrible, okay? I didn't see anything unnecessary or anything like that, which is great, all right? But this right here just brought up a good point. Who's watching everybody else? Who's got eyes on everybody else that's in that car? You're out here wrestling around with whoever could have been their significant other, their brother, whoever it was. I think there were at least 3 people in the car, including the driver. I thought I saw a head when we in the back seat too. What if that's his best friend back here? What if he's got a violent history? What if he's armed and he decides to get out and say, you know what, y'all ain't doing this today, and starts racking rounds off at you guys? Who's got eyes on them? Tunnel visioned, all right? And I get it. You got to worry about what you're dealing with, and this is the guy that's causing you issues, okay? You got to honor it though, okay? You got to honor that car. All right, see how this ends.
Yeah.
Okay, we got at least one other male out of the vehicle, and he's cooperative, obviously. Okay. All right, everyone's calmed down. Okay. Now start getting him rolled. He's gassed too. Get him over to a recovery position. Okay, if he's not going to give you any issues, sit him up. Okay.
Put your hands on the car.
I'm sorry?
Put your hands on the car.
Don't touch my phone.
Get it out of your hand. Put your hand on the car.
Okay, wasn't expecting that. Okay. I mean, clearly he's not going to put up with anything else, but I mean, he thinks that, I'm assuming he thinks that she's, could be causing some more issues, and he's not going to risk her putting her hands back in her pocket, and he did tell her, put your hands on the car. If you're not going to do that, and the first thing she wants to do is pop off attitude and say, get your hands off my phone. Okay, I got you. I'm not going to worry about your phone right now, but I'm worried about those hands. Man, there's just a lot going on with this one. It seems so simple, right? And then it just turns into this. Police brutality.
See.
He chucks her phone over there and just walks over and just picks it back up. Jeez. All right, all in all, not terrible. Some highs and lows. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the best. It could have been done a lot better. It's easy to say, when you're not the one doing it. 100%, it's easy to say, but I mean, day one. I'm sorry, day one though in this job, you're expected to be professional. You're expected to know how to deal with this. And it may be the harsh reality that sometimes you just don't get exposed to it. Smaller, town PD or whatever, you don't see as much, you don't get as many calls as this, you don't get as many reps in your FTO program when there's someone there kind of helping, guide you like, hey man, don't put up with that, here's what we're gonna do. Sometimes you just throw, there's people that are just thrown into the fire, but the public doesn't care. They don't care. They expect you to be able to handle this day one, okay? We'll give this one, we'll give us some 5.5 maybe, 5.5, 6 out of 10. Nobody hurt, but better hope the PC on that stop is solid, or the reasonable suspicion on that stop. I'd love to read the report on this one, but all right, yeah, we'll give 5.5, 6 maybe ish. That's pushing it. It's pushing it, and that's just because everybody was okay. All right, but if you guys want me to review any more clips and you want me to see some more, you want me to react to some of these body cam, dash cam clips, just let me know. Drop it down into the comment section down there, and we'll see you on the next one.